Amy Davis not in studio this morning because she's out giving us life-saving safety reminders about how to use a generator. And Amy, who have you got with you this morning?
Lori Christensen, she is the fire marshal for Harris County. We thank you for coming in and talking to us today. We've done you a favor, Haley, and we didn't fire this one up so that you could actually hear what we're saying. Like a lot of people, I've had this one in my garage for years, or maybe you don't have one and you're using it for the first time. Biggest problems that you see with people who are using these sort of portable generators?
So with the portable generators, you know, people are going out and buying them now because we know we're going to be without power for a while. Obviously, the fueling of these generators, you want to be really careful because if you were to spill gas and it was hot, you could actually start a fire. So we tell people let them cool off. The other thing is carbon monoxide. You hear us talk a lot about that. It's a smokeless, odorless gas that comes in. If you put it in your garage, if you put it too close to your home on the patio and it gets up in the eaves, you can go to bed at night with this running and you won't wake up. And we really want you and your family and your pets and all your other additional family members that are staying with you to be able to get up in the morning. So we see that. The other thing that we want to talk a little bit about, if it's okay, is if you're using extension cords, you want to make sure they're rated for the appliance. So you have a really nice one here, and it even says it's a generator cord.
Like a big thick.
Yeah, so that one would be great to plug in if you needed to run your refrigerator or something to that. Something like this is more for your Christmas lights. You'd want to do something really light with this, you know. So, but also make sure they're not frayed. That's something. Make sure they're not where people are going to walk over them or run their cars over them, because once you get that spark, we worry about house fires. Right, because now you're going to have that energy.
Well, and that's what I was asking you about, because we want to keep this so far away from windows and doors and openings, and it's the exhaust that we're concerned about, you know, sort of creating with that carbon monoxide. I think a lot of people would think, oh, I need to string several of these cables together.
Yes, and what you want to remember is you don't want to do that. You want to have a cord that's long enough. If you are going to string them together, remember, it's got to be for a lightweight item. Because remember, this is an electrical current. It's just like being part of your electrical breaker at your house. Some people will plug these into their homes. Okay, and one of the things you want to think about is you want to have all your breakers off. These are meant, because they're portable, to only run so much equipment at a time. So don't try to run your whole house off of it unless you have bought one that is so large and meant for that purpose.
This is all very good information. Also, you mentioned a lot of people using these when it's raining outside. I mean, maybe you've plugged it in and then the rain comes again. And people think, well, it's safe to be outside.
Hey, you've done the right thing. It's, you know, 15 to 20 feet away from the house. You've done everything just right. But yes, it starts raining and you're going to come out and you're going to refuel after it's cooled off. But remember, these are extension cords that are still plugged into your appliances. You don't want that electrical surge. So make sure that it's dry. Make sure maybe if you can wait till it quits raining. One of the things I tell people is generators are meant for emergency power. So let's remember that we're not meant to run our house like we're running it every day. We may have an hour of discomfort if we're letting something dry or letting something cool off. But, and if you're running your refrigerator, you know, keep it closed as much as possible and you can go run something else and unplug that.
And then last thing I'll add, you said that we have a lot of apartment complexes here in our area, and you see people putting these on their balconies and putting these outside. I mean, the biggest problem, I mean, obviously there's not much distance at apartment complexes.
There's not, and you know, we know that people are going to put them on the balconies. We recommend that you don't, but you know, work with your apartment complex if you're going to. Remember, you've got your sliding doors, you've got glass there. This exhaust, and it's important to know where the exhaust is coming from. You want this going a different direction.
Away from your
because
home.
It can seep in through those windows. It's too close. And what's going to happen is that's going to get in the house and it's going to build up over time. Also, be conscious of your neighbors. We strongly recommend work with your apartment complex or your condo association. You need to have it downstairs, and a lot of times what they'll do is they'll help you with the cords and they'll make sure you can run the minimum.
All right, very good information. Make sure you've got carbon monoxide detectors. You guys had mentioned earlier that a lot of the newer models come with a carbon monoxide sensor and it'll do an automatic shut off if it's emitting too much. All right. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I do want to say this. We know not everybody can have generators. If you're going to use candles, please put them out before you leave a room. Do not walk with them, but put them out, because we don't want you to have a house fire because you are trying to use candles, and at least keep some light for your family.
Yeah, very good information, as we know so many people, millions, are without power right now. Thank you so much, Fire Marshal Lori Christensen. Haley, back to you.
Yeah, she sounds like somebody who's seen it all, so that's very helpful information. Thanks, Amy.
Yeah.